Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a tutorial on the iQuad Royal Court, which consists of 4 purple colors. So these 4 gorgeous purple colors is all that I'll be using today, minus eyeliner and falsies. So let's get started. First we are going to start using Silver Violet, and I'm just going to use my Real Techniques blending brush to kind of use it as a transition color. One thing that I really love about these shadows is it just takes a tiny bit to do what you're doing. You don't need to use a ton of product. You do want to gently blend this in. You don't want to be too harsh with your eyelids here. To use Amethyst, and I will just be using my BH Cosmetics brush for this. I'm going to go basically apply it in the same spot that I did with the Silver Violet. However, this time I'm using a smaller brush, so I'm going to keep that product down a little bit from where I put that Silver Violet. And when you're done with that, I'm going to take a clean brush and just make that transition seamless very, very lightly. And I played a little bit too much on that one, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more to the other side to make those colors match. That Amethyst, and I'm going to apply that under my lower lash line. And blend that. Isn't amethyst so beautiful? Love this color. next I'm going to go in with Deep Plum, and this color is a little bit trickier to apply. So to apply it, I'm going to be using a small concealer type flat brush to pack that color on. So for this, I'm just going to simply dab a tiny drop on my hand to easily apply that color. And for this, you can tell I'm not really blending it, I am tapping it. So for this color, we are just going to continue packing this color on probably about 2 or 3 layers worth. Basically where I'm going to stop this is right at my pupil, and I'm going to do that outside half of my eye and then try to keep it right at my crease line. And then to give us a more flawless transition, you are going to want to go back in with that brush and blend the outside corner where you started applying that plum, but just very, very lightly. We are going to just continue to add some more plum. And now what I'm going to do is take that and just line my lower lash line with a little bit of plum to deepen up that sultriness of it. And again, just buffing out the transition a little bit. So now we're going to take that plum and just do the exact same thing with the other eye, okay? Have our eyes even, I'm going to go back in with Amethyst again with the same brush that I used previously, and I'm just going to take a tiny bit on my brush here and go right along that transition of that plum. And very, very lightly blending. So then when you have that, I am just going to take a thick fluffy brush and just again make those edges a bit flawless. And then go in and soften out the edges. And you just want to make sure that your eyes are even, so I'm just going to go back in and be a little meticulous here. Okay, so next I'm going to take Tropical Orchid Glitter and go ahead and apply that to the front half of our eye. I'm just going to use a more dense little brush and pack that on, because with the glitter it's a bit easier to pack on than it is to blend. So I'm kind of placing it where I want it. And then I'm going to go in with my brush and just tap it on. You want to be very gentle, because if you press too hard, you'll lift it up super pretty. And I think we should add a little bit under eye as well. So, put that up there. And go in just right there on the bottom, inside corner. I absolutely am obsessed with this color, you guys. If you don't already have Tropical Orchid Glitter, get with me. I still have some available. This was a limited edition color, so as you can tell, it sold out pretty quickly because it's so gorgeous. I'm probably gonna go back in and do a second coat of this because it's so pretty. I just want it to be extra shiny, sparkly. And then I'm kind of going to blend it in back here. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's gorgeous. Love it. So pretty. Okay, so that is our Royal Court quad. So next it is time for our lashes and liner. So for our liner today, I'll be using Onyx Shadow Scents, and I will be using Dodo Lashes number 119. Okay, so there is our eyes with our liner and our mascara on, and they are just gorgeous. I am kind of obsessed with it, but then again, I'm obsessed with purple. So, next thing that I want to do is take the iSense pencil liner in black, and I'm just going to tightline my upper lash line. So to do that, I'm going to try to do this here in my mirror. Behind you, which is kind of far away, I just lift my lashes. It's easier when you have fake lashes on to do this because you have something to really grab a hold of. So I'm going to lift those lashes and just go right in here with that pencil and color that in. So I don't know if you can tell here, but it just looks more polished, I guess is the word I'm looking for. my left eye always gives me a little trouble when I do that. It's definitely something, if you're not used to doing it, it might take a couple times. Even now, my right eye can do no problem, but my left eye, it always wants to give me a little bit of trouble. So the last thing I'm going to do for my eyes is I'm going to go back in with that silver violet, because we really didn't get to use it a whole lot, right? And it's such a pretty color. I want to use some more of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and take just a really fine little tiny brush, and I'm going to apply this on the waterline of my lower waterline. So I'm going to take a tiny bit on my brush, and the trick to doing this is doing one swoop, or I will dab it, but don't go back and forth or you'll pull it right back off. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to kind of pull down my eye a little bit, and try to only get that on my waterline and not on my lashes. So that's why we're using a little tiny brush. It's kind of fun, huh? You could, if you want to just class it up and make it a little bit more dark and sultry, you could do plum on there, or of course amethyst. So there is our eyes. What do you guys think? I love it. So for my lips, I thought it would be kind of fun if we did something more than just one color. Let's do something a little bit more fun because our eyes are so pretty. So what I think I'm gonna do is line my lips with deep plum. So this is a shadow, but what's really nice about these is they are like water resistant and stuff. And since I'm using it as a base layer, it's gonna last all day long, especially. So I'm just going to make sure there's no makeup on my lips. And I will be using like a disposable wand. This is a super pretty lip color. Like, you should wear this as just a lip color sometime, for sure. My lips are not even, you guys, so it's a little bit harder for me to make them look even because I have to overline one of them, and you don't want to like overly overline or just kind of looks weird. So I'm do my best to make them even. So I was gonna line them, I just decided to fold them in. Now we're kind of lining it up. Okay. Woo. And now we're gonna let that dry for just a couple seconds here. I'm gonna go in with Lilac Lacquer Lip Scents. And now that that's dry, I'm gonna go in with a little tropical orchid glitter. And I don't want it on too thick, is why I use my finger to kind of make sure that it's like even. and not like really thick anywhere. So pretty. And we're gonna let that dry for about maybe 2 to 3 minutes before we put gloss on. So we'll be back in a jipper. We have let that set for just a few minutes, and we're gonna go in now with Pink Sand gloss, which is the most gorgeous pink sparkle ever. I just think that it will kind of tone down the lips but brighten them up a little bit at the same time. So fabulous. Isn't it gorgeous? So that is our Royal Court look. Thanks for tuning in. Again, if there's anything that you guys want to see, make sure that you're commenting below or message me. I'll see you guys later.